Hello, hello, hello. I apologize. There were some technical difficulties because I broke my computer again and a lot of things reset. But we are here. We are back. And things and nothing's broken. I promise. I think. Or Bear might. But hello. Hello. Oh, did I never? I thought he would leave. Does he just stay here?
By the way, something strange happened a few days ago. A merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of a desert travel kit. 1,250,000 mora.
That sounds familiar.
I didn't remember owing anyone mora, especially not that kind of amount. So I arrested the merchant on charges of provocation and disturbing the peace.
Wasn't that part of his quest?
Do you know anything about this?
Nope.
Yep, no, I remember.
Paimon has no idea what that
Because that was,
Dora?
Doris? Not good at remembering names. What is your name? What is your name? You're the short lady. I think I got you. Dory. That's right. That was the thing that she did. Okay. I remember now. But hello! How are you guys? Hello. Nilou. My brain is halfway here. And then we'll do these. We'll do Nahida next time. I am informed that I will cry. Wait, is that saying I can talk to these people? That is... Is that... I've never seen that before. Are they everywhere? Hang on. Okay, so there's those, but like... No one's showing up over here. Is that saying that I need to talk to them? Or is it because of this quest? I don't know. I'm thinking too hard. It's called Anecdotes. Oh, okay. I don't cares. I don't cares that much. I don't want that. But it's kind of trying to make me go there. We'll go here instead. All right. Oh, good. It's down anyway. But how was your guys' weekend? Mine was kind of disappointing in the fact that it was like, oh, it's gonna rain, and then it never rained. And so I'm just like, where is the rain? And now it's raining. Multiple days later. And now, but not like enough for me to like dig out my catnip that's in my backyard that is going to slowly overtake my backyard if I don't do something about it. No, I don't want to talk to you. Excuse me. No, I want this. There we go. I put lights in your computer. You did put lights in my computer. I didn't ask for lights in my computer, but you said my fans weren't enough. So, it's 77 degrees currently in my... I thought I heard sonic rings for a second. Hello! Yeah, you were like, hey, there's not enough airflow up in here. So you were like, put fans in it. And then we found all the cat fur in my computer. So, I apologize.
Nilou! It's nice to see you again!
Oh!
I forgot it's not Nilou.
Traveler in Paimon.
Are you here for some shopping too?
That's right. Although there were a few hiccups here and there, the Sub-Zerus festival turned out to be a grand success.
I need to catch up, so I'm doing these as they come out.
The theater wants to host a celebration event.
Like on all the gachas.
It'll be a really fun time.
A celebration event?
It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important performance, we'll get together and unwind. Rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your nose to the grindstone, you're going to wipe yourself out sooner or later. Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that celebrations aren't just for fun, but that they should also be occasions for reflection and review. But no one remembers that once the celebration starts. It's not like he can't also have some fun himself.
We've been to a lot of festivals during our adventures?
I guess we
Will your
technically should
celebration
have, but
also
I haven't
have
done
lots
any
of
of
yummy food
them.
and drinks?
Like
Of
the one that's
course.
currently going on.
We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging. We try
get
really
presents?
hard to show our appreciation for everyone.
Ah, so we'll need to bring a present.
There's alternate endings to the characters? What? I didn't know there was even endings to the characters. Okay. Those with a story mod? Okay. So we'll need to bring a present. Don't tell me you were planning to freeload into a gift box. You go, Paimon. That one.
Hey, Paimon's gonna put you in a box first!
It's fine. No need to stress, Paimon. You can come, present or not. The gift exchange is just to make the celebration more entertaining. You two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
Speaking of, since we last met in Q3, many more things have happened. I guess, yeah, what was it, like 2 months that we were in a loop?
Is something up?
Did you run into any trouble after your dance?
You mean
oh, that's
when
right,
I
'cause it was
danced at the
prohibited.
square right in front of the academia? Not a single person came after me. I left really easily. After that, no one came to the theater to scold me either. We actually gained many new customers,
Nice.
and they were all academia students. From what I can tell, in the past, if a student were to put off their studies to watch a show or dance, they'd be called foolish and irresponsible. But now, it seems like this attitude is changing. People are starting to believe that engaging with the arts can help them balance their moods, and through that, improve their research efficiency at work. Anyway, it seems like people have to personally experience something to gain a good understanding of it.
They should thank us for opening their eyes.
Hopefully they'll appreciate the art.
That'll
It sounds like
probably
they already
take some
are.
time. They're still droning on and on about experimentation and proof. Will they really gain more appreciation for the arts if they continue to think of everything like that? Anyway, all that aside, are you thinking about coming to our event?
Paimon thinks it'll be
We're
a
here,
great
might as
time.
well.
What do you think, Traveler?
It sounds fun. We have some time right now. Anyway, we have all the
Then let's
time.
head to the
We're
theater.
just backfilling everything.
I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
Whoa, did you buy all of this, Nilou?
Just one box. The rest were given to me. I really don't know how it came to this much.
That's
As
way
it
too many
gifts? Like
freebies.
gifts?
Many vendors give out samples for free, but Paimon's never seen this much.
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold everything anymore. This seems to happen every time. I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back before continuing on with my shopping, but I don't think I'll have the time.
So this isn't even all of it?
Let us help you.
Are you sure?
Of course! Carrying stuff is a piece of cake for her, right, Traveler?
I'm so sorry
I mean,
to
the
trouble
text
you
said,
like
"Let me
this.
help you." I was hoping to force.
I
Paimon
meant to
do it.
invite you to our celebration, but now you're helping me
This is gonna be
instead.
weird.
Well, let's
Like,
hurry up
I'll
and
be
grab the last
doing
few things,
old content
so we
with a
can
new
get back
voice
to the
now.
theater.
Who is the boss? Oh, is my job just in here? Yeah, collect the purchased goods. There it is. Sorry. Oh, I don't. Absolutely keep talking. Okay. More videos.
Oh, well, if it isn't Nilou.
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you still have any food that's ready to go?
Of course I do. I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration event, so I reserved some food for you in advance. Although, it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
Please allow me to introduce them. This is the Traveler, a very experienced
This is
adventurer.
Blue. That is
And
me.
this is Paimon, her super reliable guide and helper.
No. Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler! She introduced Paimon correctly!
Okay. Truly, a most rare occurrence. She just introduced you as you are. Paimon.
Don't underestimate Nilou. She always remembers every last little detail about everyone, even if it sounds completely trivial.
But where's the chaos
She's
gonna come
also
in? Is she
very
just gonna be
brave.
overburdened by things?
Just a
and
little
we have to
while
get rid of
ago,
it?
she saved my precious spices from the jaws of a sumpter beast.
Don't think anything of it. I just help out when I can because everyone else takes
Too
such
many
good
adoring
care of
fans that we
me.
have to fight off.
Anyway, sorry to get off topic.
Where is the quest?
We're in a bit of a hurry. Mr. Jute, did you say you didn't reserve enough food?
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some extra stock. After all, orders get changed all the time. Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here. Have they ever tried
I've
any
seen we met
delicious
this guy
touching?
before. What's that? It sounds familiar.
Ooh, what a fantastic idea! Mr. Jute, did you bake a batch recently? Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever see kids crowding all around Mr. Jute's place, you know he's baking up a storm.
But is it really just for the kids? Don't you often follow them in too?
I mean, sweets are sweets.
I just can't help myself.
We're 2 peas in a pod! Who doesn't enjoy some good food?
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Everyone enjoying a piping hot. I forgot how it's pronounced. Or I'll eat.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't eat it fast enough!
Typical Paimon.
No matter how many times I eat it, it's still so delicious.
I wouldn't have offered it as a treat if I wasn't confident in the taste. I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged and ready for you to take back to the theater.
You
No,
make
isn't the
so
theater
much.
just like the platform?
Is it really okay
like, down
to
the road
take them
from us?
all?
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If anything, I should be thanking you for helping me clear my inventory.
We should pay you at least. No, we shouldn't. Free food.
Don't worry about it.
Sweet.
What kind of person would I be if I made you pay for a treat? Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
Paimon's starting to understand how you got so many things.
Yeah, everyone has their own way with words, and it's really hard to say no.
What's so great about
Let's go
Snake
to the
and
next
Ice
door.
Boys anyway?
This guy. I was about to walk past.
Nilou, good timing. I have the textiles you ordered. If you took any longer, the sumpter beasts might have gobbled them up.
Where the sumpter beast?
You and your jokes. Sumpter beasts won't eat those kinds of things, Mr. Offsheen.
Jute said that some sumpter beasts ate his spices. Were they yours?
Oh, yeah, really sorry about that. Nilou, if it weren't for you, I would have lost half of my profits that month.
Trying to pull anything out of a sumpter beast's mouth is like playing a game of tug-of-war.
I don't
So
think
they
I would
really
ever
do eat anything, huh?
try to do that. At least they work after eating. And then the one thing that Paimon has in common with sumpter beasts is that
What's that supposed to mean?
Come
the
now.
well-being.
You know, sumpter beasts sometimes eat not because they're hungry, but because they like gnawing on things. The textiles you ordered are highly durable and woven from the finest thread. So even if a sumpter beast got snacky, it'd still have to chomp on it for a full day.
You've tested this before?
Yeah, I'm like,
But of course! How else could I be so trustworthy? Well, that one
So
time was
weird.
an accident. I wouldn't dare experiment with such a precious product.
True. It does sound like some good fabric.
Ho ho! Have I piqued
Here, let me
your
have a
interest?
tiger chew
If
on
you want to
this.
buy some, now's a good time. Buy 2 bolts and get 20% off.
Ooh,
Huh.
that's a pretty good
Okay.
discount. What do you think, Traveler?
No thanks, Mr. Offsheen.
I still need
You
the
can't use that
beats.
kind of tactic on her. Look, you've already sucked her in.
Tactic? So you mean everything
Been
he
looking
just
for
said
new
to
mushrooms?
Paimon
Okay.
was a lie?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just that Mr. Offsheen is really good at spinning stories. A word from him, and you'll find yourself buying things you don't actually need. Mr. Zubair gave me a huge lecture the last time I bought too many things.
Vendors shouldn't use manipulative tactics.
Come on, don't look at me like that. All she got was a talking to from Zubair, while I was nearly fed head first to the Sumpter beasts. My philosophy is that stories give value to merchandise. That's why my business started with such a boom. Our Nilou here is an extraordinarily good listener. Back then, she believed anything I said. After a while, I began to feel guilty selling things to her because of how happy she looked. Though she enjoyed the stories and I the Mora, I knew she didn't need to buy that much. Anyway, since then, I've come to realize 2 things. 1, that stories should just be a means instead of an end. And 2, that there's more to business than just selling goods.
It's okay. We're all friends now. There's no need to dig up the past.
That reminds me. Some of the goods from my latest shipment aren't in the best condition. They're fine for general use, but my customers have high standards, and I don't have the time or resources to find new buyers right now. Nilou, why don't you take them?
Huh? No, I can't do that.
Just think of it as a favor for me, all right? The theater can use them for props and whatnot. It costs me Mora to store or ship, so I'm just losing money every day continuing to hold on to them.
Even so, let me buy them at market value.
Nah, these goods are hard movers. Besides, if I let you pay, wouldn't it mean that I'm just using stories to sell my goods again? Just
I
take them.
suppose.
If you really feel that bad about it, give me some theater tickets later. Oh, yeah, you should also take some while you're at it. Adventurers are always in need of materials, right?
Okay, but like what?
Wow, even we get a share of this?
Hurry and take it. Just looking at it all is giving me a headache. Thanks for the huge favor.
There's still one more store. Are you all right holding on to that much stuff? Paimon,
We are.
why don't you lend a hand? She must be tired.
If Paimon were to refuse,
I'm on.
would you then think less of Paimon than even a Sumpter beast?
Hold your weight. Even if it's not much. All right.
About time, Nilou. Farhad here was snooping around your props.
Please, I was only looking
I
at
don't
them
think
to get a
I've seen this
better
very
idea
well,
of what your new
Not
show
at
may
least
be
in this,
about.
like-
Wouldn't
Not like that
spoiling
face.
yourself just ruin all the fun?
I think they always put an
Yeah,
eye patch on those
please
guys.
wait for our official performance.
These two look familiar. I think I've seen them before. Ah, weren't
Make
they
them,
at
like-
the Sub-Zerus festival?
Yeah, and they're coming to today's celebration too.
Oh, the more folks, the merrier. I was actually just talking to Farhad about also stopping by tonight.
Oh yes, please do. I'm sure Miss Raykar and Miss Nadia would also love to have a chat with the two of you.
We even prepared a small gift. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! It's a flower wreath. I really think we should wear some of these to give the event a more celebratory feel.
If you're gonna zoom in, make them wear the flower
It's
wreath.
beautiful. Did you make it?
There it is. Better. Perfect.
Farhad did most of the work. What a surprise, huh?
Perfect.
He actually knows a lot about crafts.
That is pretty surprising.
Hey, why can't I have a little side hobby? I worked really hard on that.
I know. I watched you make it. I wasn't making fun of you. All right. Why don't you also try some on? We've got some wreaths in your size.
Yes. This is goofy. Okay.
It fits perfectly.
They're so pretty! Is there one that Paimon can wear?
Unfortunately, we already gave out all the child-sized ones. I wasn't expecting
for
the theater
Paimon.
to invite such a fascinating guest.
Fascinating. Huh. That sounds kind of weird, but Paimon will let it slide.
Oh, you all sure got a lot of stuff there. Let me help you carry some. I'm a porter by trade, so this is what I'm best at.
That'd be great! Please and thank you.
So, weren't you going to help out after all the free food and materials and stuff?
But we have a pro now.
Thanks for the help, Mr. Farhad. But let me make one thing clear first. Don't try to ask about what's in the new show. Otherwise, I may not be able to hold back Mr. Zubair this time.
I think Zubair
You're
was
so obvious
like the
that
financial
even
backer.
Nilou saw right through you.
Shut it. Fine. It's not like I want to get on his bad side either. Including Hushang's things, though. We'll each need to carry a box if we want to move everything in one trip. Even my
Nice!
strength has its limits.
Paimon looks like she doesn't want to, so I'll carry a little extra. Although I may not appear super strong at first glance, I actually do a lot of strength training on the regular. Strength and balance are both really important for a dancer.
No, let Paimon. Paimon will help carry things. The Traveler's right. Paimon shouldn't freeload. Paimon can't fly anymore.
Are you okay, Paimon?
He's fine.
Paimon's good to keep going. But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a free lunch.
I wonder when those new voice lines are. I don't really keep up with you.
Oh, that sure was a lot of stuff. Oh, looking forward to the event later.
Definitely a lot less.
Thank you, Mr. Farhad.
Thank you, Sumpter Man.
Thank you, Paimon.
Whew. Paimon's definitely going to eat it all back later.
All right, I'll leave you all to it.
See ya. Good thing we had Mr. Farhad with us, or else that would have taken way longer.
The atmosphere here is so nice. Is everyone always this friendly? I'd hope so.
Of course. Because everyone's working here together. We're all like neighbors, so we're always helping each other out. It's easy to forget that everyone's running a business.
With this many freebies being thrown at you, you probably don't need to work.
I felt so guilty at first, like I always owed someone something. I was always thinking of ways to repay others. Later on, I realized that it's actually like what Mr. Afshin said. By taking the freebies, I was helping everyone out and saving them money. When you order the wrong item or make too much of something, sometimes the best way to maximize the value of those goods is to give them away. That's why there's no need to stress over the freebies. All of us repay others by helping them when they need it.
Weird logic, I guess.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
It does not.
This has become our norm, and no one keeps track of the back
mean,
and forth anymore.
At least financially it doesn't. But yeah, the item gets used.
So
I
really,
guess.
don't worry about it. Alright, I have to bring all this to Mr. Zubair and do a little bit of prep. Feel free to hang out here for a bit. It'd be nice if you could also get to know some other people at the theater.
You sure you don't need any help?
Nope. Mr. Zubair's really on top of everything. You two are our guests, so please, just relax and look forward to the celebration.
Okay.
Wow, the atmosphere here is so nice. Let's take a break and immerse ourselves in this warmth.
Ah! Oh, there's a third. Oh, they're all up here. Okay, they're all up here. Whoa.
Hello.
What? Who are you? You can't just go on the stage as you please.
Relax. We're here with Nilou.
Ah, I see. Sorry for my overreaction. I'm just, making a prop. No time for chit-chat.
Is
Well,
that
fine.
embroidery?
No. Well, yes. But not really. It's a prop.
I mean, you still have
It's
to do the
just,
thing to make the prop.
Some fabric. An ordinary piece of fabric that'll be used in a show. Sorry. I really do need to focus and start working on it.
Sorry to bother you. We won't disturb you then.
What an oddball. Is
Overreact.
prop making something to be that jumpy about? Oh well, it's none of our business.
This person.
Hey there!
Ah, a newcomer.
Oh, I hate your voice.
Doesn't look too bright.
Hey! Talk about judging a book by its cover!
You, on the other hand, you're a special one. How would you describe the concept of art?
Okay. Art? Why are you asking that?
Mere curiosity is all. It makes no difference whether you answer or not.
It is tangible manifestation of human sentiments. It is an expression of our aesthetic ideas.
So that's what you think, Unremarkable. Better than an average person's thoughts, but nothing exceptional.
Fuck you.
Is art a product that we create and bring forth? Or is it a naturally existing resource? I, for one, believe it to be the latter.
Paimon doesn't follow.
You love him? I hate this guy
I've been
so
staying
much.
here for a long time. On occasion, I'd assist them in penning lines of dialogue, but most of my time I just stand back and watch. I prefer to abstain from writing as it spoils the viewing experience. The existence of the theater, of Nilou, and of humanity itself, all of these can be considered as forms of art. It is not some intangible construct beyond the horizon.
Person. I don't think
How
I would
does that
consider
have
them
anything to
art.
do with us?
Let me ask you
Like,
this.
for existing.
What do you think is the meaning of art?
I don't know, to serve as an answer to your question.
I suppose that question was a little too difficult for you.
Fuck you,
To
dude.
chance upon a spark of inspiration. I have been closely observing you, the players on the stage, and those watching in the audience. Art is already all around us.
I hate you. You suck. I don't want to ever talk to you ever again.
Hey there. I saw you two helping Nilou move some stuff. Are you two also here for the celebration event?
You got it!
My name is Raykar. Nadia and I are this
we
theater's
get to
prop
see you.
engineers.
Okay.
I also help out with some other tasks like housekeeping. The little ones causing a ruckus are my children, Soreen and Abi. I hope they aren't bothering you.
No.
They always get really excited every time we hold a celebration event.
They're adorable and so lively. Don't hate on him because you don't understand art. No, he is up his own ass.
Yes, they are. Everyone here takes great care of them. There's good work here, the pay's always on time, and Nilou and the others will often volunteer to play with the kids. I'm quite content with this current way of life.
Do you mean your life wasn't nearly as good before?
I'm on.
It's all right. It's all water under the bridge now. My husband and I were both adventurers, but he passed away from an accident. Material struggles can always be overcome, but
No!
ever since then, I haven't been able to spend much of my energy on anything else.
We're hearing about
But
how her
I still
husband died.
consider
You're calling me
myself lucky.
stupid because the guy is up
Mr.
his own
Zubair
ass
has
about
helped
art
me a
and
lot,
what it means.
and the
You think
atmosphere
people
here
are
is
art.
tolerant and kind.
That's not right.
Sorry
People
for
are
bringing
not
up
art.
such sad memories.
And we're
Oh,
missing
it's
out on
all
this lady
right.
talking
I
about her
don't
dead
mind.
husband.
Once the event starts, you'll be able to see for yourself the kind of atmosphere I was talking about.
Look! Nilou's back! Let's meet up with her. The event's probably about to start.
Oh, okay. Some of your friends are assholes.
Sorry for the wait. Preparations for the celebration are finally done. I'll call everyone over, and then we can
Looking at
start.
Bear.
Let us give you a hand.
Thank you.
Everyone gathers together at the event, and it finally starts. Participants do a
Maybe
thing.
we really should have prepared a gift. Then we could also be a part of the exchange. As it is, all we can do is wait and watch.
Maybe we shouldn't do this after all. I didn't do that great of a job, and who would even
You're
like
downplaying
it?
your shit.
Oh, don't think like that. Remember our promise? We're going to give everyone a pleasant surprise. And besides, you've never attended a celebration event before, so this will be a great opportunity. Everyone will love you.
I'm still not really sure about this.
There's nothing to be worried about. Just take a step forward and give yourself a chance. There aren't any scary people here, right?
Right.
Cool. Now there's gonna be scary people. Now you
Alright.
did it. Now you've gone and
Maybe
done it.
this will help. Everyone, over here! Inaya has something great to tell you all.
Wait! I've already said that I'm not ready yet. What should I say?
Take it easy and relax. Deep breath, in and out. Once you've taken a long exhale, calmly tell
Just
everyone
shoving
what
somebody
you
when
want to
they're
say.
not ready. That's not
If you
good.
don't say anything, then all the hard work we put into embroidery practice would have gone to waste.
Using it as a gift, though? It really isn't that good.
So when Inaya was talking about making a prop, she was actually preparing a present.
She looks really nervous. She's not very good at expressing herself. No, she's just not confident.
Yeah, it feels like she still doesn't really see herself as part of this community. But it looks like Nilou's trying to ease her through.
Actually, Inaya had prepared a special present for everyone before the celebration kicked off.
Woohoo! We're gonna get our first present from Miss Inaya!
Pipe
The little
down!
the reeds-
The louder you all are, the more nervous she'll become. You've worked on it for so long, so have some confidence. Don't be afraid.
You've got this.
I wonder what it is. It's
Is
embroidered.
Mr. Zubair here?
Oh, she seems
Sheikh Zubair.
angry.
This is an urgent notice from the Academia. This celebration, or whatever it is, must stop at once.
What a condescending guy. What's his deal?
Everyone follows Zubair to the space below them.
Since Zubair Theater has long violated the Academia's policies and orders, we have decided to demolish it.
What?
As its manager, you must halt all operations and dismiss all staff members within 30 days, after which you will report to the Academia for further punishment.
Why? Why force us to do this all of a sudden?
Little girl, this is not the first time you've been issued a warning.
I didn't hear anything about demolition the
everyone just
last time I
asshole?
asked, and now I suddenly only have 30 days? We have more shows planned, but it's impossible to do anything in just 30 days. How am I supposed to explain this to my customers and staff?
That issue is of no concern to me, Mr. Zubair. You seem to understand the situation quite clearly. Perhaps you can reflect on the reasons why you have failed to prepare for the scenario in advance.
What?
Demolition?
How do you
Why do
prepare
they
for
wanna
that in
demolish
advance?
this place?
The Academia has never liked us, and they've never respected our work. To them, what we do is all a waste of time. This isn't the first time they've come by. They had asked us several times in the past to improve the quality of our performances, by only putting on shows they consider to be sufficiently intellectual. But our audience isn't the academia. It's the people of the Grand Bazaar. If our shows are too difficult to understand or too removed from everyday life, nobody would watch them anymore. Changing our content would not only mean turning our backs on our vision, it would also directly lead to the loss of our livelihoods.
So if the theater actually gets demolished, many people would become displaced. Yes.
Yeah, the theater is very important to each and every one of us.
The way they're doing things is so scummy.
But I also don't know how we can stop them.
I do not wish to explain everything again from the beginning. Time is of the essence, so you should act with haste instead of asking frivolous questions.
But none of us plan to accept this. Such an abrupt notice is contrary to established policy.
Ask whoever you will. The answer will remain the same. We have already given you sufficient notice.
Enough! Does your audacity know no limits, Father?
Oh,
Father?
that's why she was
Their
so
family?
What academia? This is all because you don't like Zubair Theater. You're just using the academia's name to threaten us. Let me tell you, even if you manage to tear down this place, nothing is going to change. You've always been awful. But even I never thought my father would sink this low.
All right.
This is strictly business.
Now we're getting.
It has
now we're
nothing
getting
to
back
do
the
with
weeds
where
of
you
it.
are, what you
Crux of
do,
the issue of the quest.
or what you think. I hope you all have not been
I hope she, like,
irrevocably blinded by folly. I will not
gets one
waste more
over on
time
that.
on
That would be,
pointless
like,
arguments.
key.
Wrap
That's
everything up
also why she's so nervous
and make
trying to get
preparations to shut down at once.
Okay.
Why is he always like that?
This is quite the misfortune, but there's nothing we can do. That's it for today, everyone. Let's clean up. I'll go talk to them again tomorrow. The storms that come out of the blue are always the hardest to deal with.
Hello.
Sorry. I invited you thinking this was going to be a happy occasion.
It was sounding like it was gonna be
I didn't know
happy.
that things would turn out like this.
There's no need to apologize, Nilou. No one could have seen this coming. Paimon just wishes she could have at least gotten to the food. Is what that guy said true?
Oh my
The academia
No.
has already given you many
Bad.
warnings?
Yeah,
more than
I
just the
guess you
food,
could say
Paimon.
that. They've always seen us as being meaningless. Knowledge is king in Sumeru, and their pursuit of it leaves no room for the arts. But if that's all it is, there's also no reason to go so far as to demolish the theater.
So it really has something to do with Anaya? Okay. So he's just trying to be a jerk to his daughter, specifically. That is so stupid.
After Anaya ran away from home, I brought her here to Zubair Theater.
Okay.
She rarely talks about her family. All I know is that she didn't get along with them. I never expected it to blow up like this.
If you did nothing wrong, then there's no reason to listen to the academia, right?
I can ask Nahida to lend a hand.
Nahida? You mean Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, the one in the
She'd
face.
probably help if she knew what was going on. No matter how nasty the academia could get, surely they can't win against Lesser Lord Kusanali.
No. I wasn't doubting her ability. I just feel like we shouldn't bother her with such a trivial problem.
Too bad,
Plus,
she's in my
if the
party
Dendro
anyway.
Archon were to intervene, then it wouldn't feel like our victory was earned.
That's true. Who cares? Let's just take him in a fight.
That won't solve the underlying problem, and we won't always be here.
That's true.
I'll try to think of something.
Silence is not always
We can't just let everyone suffer in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty.
even if it feels.
What to do? What to do?
Can you pretend to shut down, but secretly continue to hold your shows somewhere else?
But where?
Or we could go through a list of customers and try to see if anyone in there might be willing to help out. That also doesn't sound like it'll work.
I think a scholar once told me that differences can be settled through a debate.
A debate? Huh. Well, scholars do love to use them to solve their problems, but how would that work in this case?
We just need to prove that the theater's existence has value.
If we can prove to Inaya's father that the Academia's position doesn't hold water, then they won't have a reason to demolish the theater!
I see. Defeating him in a debate. It's a good idea, but which one of us could hope to win against a researcher?
You? Yeah, yes, okay. Okay. That's where we're going with this.
Me? No. I'm the literal worst at arguments. I can't debate.
Debates aren't arguments. You debate to prove that you are right.
Nilou, you are only so stressed out right now because you care so much about protecting the theater.
This theater holds a special meaning in all of our hearts. It's irreplaceable. But I just don't know. Can I really take on such a huge responsibility?
You'll be fine as long as you prepare, and I'll do my best to help.
Paimon will help too. You'll feel a lot more confident after doing some prep work. Believe in yourself.
Thanks, you two. All right, I've decided. Even though I may fail, I'll do my very best for everyone's sake.
That's our Nilou. We're rooting for you.
Okay, let's head back and tell everyone what we came up with.
Okay. So, this is interesting. I would have expected this from, like, this guy. I'll hate them. I hate them. So bad. No! That's not what I wanted. No! Go back! How do I claim? Claim! And then I go here. And then go here. No. Okay. Okay. I have to remember to make keys. This is so stupid. We will slowly make keys as we catch up. Wait, where am I going? Here. There we go. What's up, Mustang?
Trying to best the academia in a debate is attempting the impossible.
Yeah.
If you really want to try, I won't stop you. It's not like our situation can get any worse.
I don't think it's entirely hopeless. To Sharif, Nilou's approach will come off as naive, but that kind of frankness is exactly what they lack the most.
Gonna go visit your grandma? Well,
things might turn out differently
yeah, go
from
visit
what
your
you
grandma.
expect.
Listen to some
I am
podcasts.
in favor of such a
that was a tip I
romantic
got.
feat.
Was what
No
this guy
playwright will
I used
turn
to
down
work
a
with, he had
compelling underdog
those
story.
displays where you could he had a display in his car where you could like watch TV. He had it for his kids for like really long drives, like basically 10-hour drives, and he liked doing that because it kept them more entertained better than music. So I kind of copied that and I do it with podcasts. So that super helps out with the super long drives. I like listening to stories, like short stories. So like the story will be like 30 minutes each. So that's my road trip tip. Because like I'll listen to music when I'm in like a really congested area where I have to pay attention. But for like the long like interstate highway drives, just like yeah, podcasts are awesome. I don't really advise having like a TV like show or something, movie going on in your car. That sounds like a bad idea. But I guess if it works for kids. When Bear and the Bear Cubs and everybody went on vacation a few months ago with me. Well, not with me. I went with them. I did get a DVD player, but it was like a weird way of setting it up in the car because like the 12 volt was in the front and the kids were in the very back. So we had to like super stretch it, but it worked. They got to see Bluey and stuff in the car. It worked out. But we weren't driving and watching, so that's makes it weird. Anyway, back to story. Just a thought. Long form media for car rides. For long car rides. I'm in favor of such a romantic feat. No playwright will turn down a compelling underdog story. Okay, that makes sense.
Sure, in fiction, but I'm not sure how well that will translate to reality. I'm not saying that I don't support you, Nilou. If you need my help, just say the word.
Tunes and Cruise.
Anything is better than just standing aside and watching the theater get demolished.
I'm also pitching in. Let's show the academia that we have some fight in us.
Thank you, everyone. I feel a lot less nervous with your support.
Not to rain on your parade, but my father is a real
He's
hard
zoning
guy
out,
to deal
not
with.
necessarily good
He's erudite, meticulous, demanding, and exceedingly familiar
and
with
if I'm in
rigorous
silence,
logic.
I will actually distract myself.
It'll be extremely difficult to beat him in a
That's just-
debate. You all already knew that. But you just didn't want to hurt Nilou's feelings. But when all's said and done, aren't you hurting her just the same?
That's enough, Inaya!
Sorry, I ruined the mood. I just can't force myself to expect a positive outcome. Nilou shouldn't have to push herself for the sake of an impossible goal.
So there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Success comes from hard work.
Yeah, it's way too early to give up.
Pretty much. You're actually pretty
You're right,
on
Inaya.
the right track, Puddle.
We're up against the academia.
Driving is
Everyone
not when I
knows that
want to
they're
zone out.
very
Exactly. I
powerful.
was fair on this one.
Being skeptical might actually be the more normal response. But I still want to try. I'm reluctant to just let Zubair Theater go. And it's not just me. I think everyone else here feels the same way. If we're unhappy, we should speak up and let our voices be heard. Say what's on your mind, and do what you think should be done. If we fail after that, then at least we won't have any
debating
regrets.
somebody on Twitter.
I mean, after all, the only thing we can control right now is our choice at this very moment.
I understand what you're trying to say. I also have my own intense feelings of anger and regret.
Then, could I trouble you to tell your father about our plan for a debate? You can still get in touch with your family, right?
Yes, I can.
Then, please help us pass on my request. I've never participated in a debate, and truth be told, I'm still not really confident in myself. But since we've decided on a debate, I'll do my best to prepare for it. I'll gather everyone's thoughts and let them be known to all during the debate. I, by myself, definitely don't have enough wisdom to beat your father. But what about the entire theater combined? Then we should have a chance, right?
Right.
That's right, Miss Nilou.
Beat the bad guy. Justice will prevail.
Make him eat dirt.
You too. We aren't getting into a fight. But thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my best.
Well said back there, Nilou.
I felt that I might have said a bit too much. Anyway, we better start preparing now. First, let's see what everyone thinks about the situation.
All right, time to pull everyone's thoughts.
Go with this guy. We'll
Mr. Zubair, we're trying to put together a list of arguments that might be useful.
He's
Any
like
ideas?
It won't be difficult to explain our position. They're in the wrong, and they know it.
What do you mean, finally
I
she
have
returns? I was
meticulously
only gone
managed
for,
this
like,
theater's
what?
affairs for years, and I have abided by every procedure and obtained every permit. I did all of that to protect ourselves if something like this were to occur. I didn't expect them to disregard the rules altogether.
This might have something to do with Enya.
Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is one of us. If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed in my duty as a manager. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. At least for now, they don't have the authority to demolish the theater. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede it, you'll gain an advantage.
All right, got it.
I've seen many situations like this before. The academia sure likes to get its nose into everyone's business. While you prepare for the debate,
I recognize him.
I will also prepare the theater for the potential aftermath. It's best to prepare for the worst outcome. Once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
Do we really have to?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our
76,
customers.
You're getting closer.
This is the only
I better
way.
stop streaming as often. So
Nilou,
make it 100.
You are incredible.
I
With
will.
your talent
I will
and
have.
you had the
a Kingdom
least
Hearts
to lose
stream
out of all
eventually.
of us, and yet you were still the first to take
I
a
want to play all
stand.
the Resident Evil games.
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
Don't make me be the reason you stop crying.
My teacher. She was an excellent dancer, but she's retired now. If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
I've gained a whole new love. Inaya was right. It's true that I couldn't bear to bring down Nilou. It wasn't out of pity or anything, though.
For the other
I just felt like I didn't have the right to say anything. After all, Nilou was the one who bravely stepped up and proposed to fight back. I didn't have that kind of courage or initiative. I'd be a terrible person if I spoke badly of Nilou without doing anything to help. She knows
I
better
just
than
realized,
any of
Javon,
us
you
how
must
difficult this path
repo.
will
You
be.
must repo the other day. We had tons of fun. I would have loved it if you had beat it.
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia. That
We're
reminded
smart.
me of my younger years.
Oh.
Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Soren, and Abi will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end?
I mean, it'll be
It'd be
sad.
like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Anything that abrupt.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds. Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start
That's
acting
weird that
soon.
there's an exam, but nice.
He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have become a happier person? That's hard to say.
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes.
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner.
I wonder if that's a mistranslation, because that does not come off.
Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
I'm happy my husband died.
You have a
It's a
point.
blessing. Like,
Nilou,
no.
I know how important Zubair Theater is to you. But you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer.
Even though she's a playable character. She has it in the bag. She's already a first-rate adventurer.
You're too kind. All right.
She
I gotta
is a
cheer up.
playable character.
I can't waste everyone's words of encouragement. I feel a lot better.
Good. My children and I will be cheering you on at the debate.
All right. I guess the juggler? Mr. Pothead?
When the day comes, I'll get my friends and the theater's customers to come and support Nilou. If anything goes wrong, I'll have them scream and shout and drown out whatever Sharif says. I can't do that? Fine, I'll think of something else.
Where? I thought for sure she'd be the one I'd have to talk to. Where? I guess so. Okay.
Paimon doesn't really want to talk to him.
Yeah,
So,
I don't.
You've
blame
already
him.
developed some
I'm with Paimon
prejudices
again.
against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
Oh, Paimon will listen to that.
Although, I know not if
I
you
don't
have a
know
new
if I'll listen to
answer
this
to my
guy's opinion.
previous question.
I'll be real.
Now seems like an appropriate time to revisit it. What do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, this again?
We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy. Does that count as a meaning?
You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilou. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No. Nilou's answer far surpasses yours. And it is close to my own. The meaning of art comes not from its creators, but from its audience. In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence and value upon the minds of its audience. This
can't
is
eye roll
something that
any
the
harder. It's giving me a
academia
headache.
can never understand.
You seem to have many stories of your own, sir.
I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge. However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what it truly meant for art to be understood at all. I knew that the most sophisticated works are often the least appreciated, and yet somehow that provided me with little solace. I remained even perplexed about this conundrum
good.
until I visited this theater and watched one
This
of
guy's
Nilou's
just
performances.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical point of view, The performances here are exceedingly average.
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even
He's just
me.
like so demeaning.
I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly wanted. I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater. For this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be
like,
appreciated by others
annoying.
to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
When you put it that way... Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them.
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next, but Nilou, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted. You cannot give it up, not even to the Academia.
I understand. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani.
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
Okay.
You really seem to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softie at heart. He'll even help out with
still don't
furniture
like him.
repair and painting the stage.
Wow. Paimon didn't think he had that in him at all.
All right.
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the Academia?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the Academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the Academia. If I win,
I wonder if this is gonna be
we
like
might
a
be able
QT,
to overturn
like,
things
quick
and change
time,
their minds.
like,
Really?
debate event?
That's
I hope
terrific.
not. I hate.
You have my full support. No doubt about that.
Mine too. So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
Yeah, something like that.
Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand, huh?
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not books.
Exactly. They want to look down on us? Ha! We'll look down on them first.
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The Academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Maybe.
Sounds
You're
like
back
a
with
good
pizza and a
idea.
glass of Merlot?
Maybe
That is
that's
a
something I should
interesting
do.
combination.
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way. No matter what, we will always support you.
I can't say that I haven't
Thank you
done that
all
myself.
so
I can't
much.
remember the last time I did.
Your understanding and support make me feel a lot better.
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
That'll be interesting.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Let's head back to the theater and organize our thoughts.
Sounds good. Inaya should also be back soon.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to cut off the talking. I keep doing that.
Abby? Have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilou. Miss Inaya isn't back yet. Wasn't she just passing on a message? Does she really need this much time?
So the debate is regarding why the theater should stay open. Because the theater is not performing the things that the school wants them to perform. Because they are not intellectual enough. Is the issue. So that's what they're debating. Is that it doesn't need to be intellectual performances. It just needs to be artful performances. Should just be passing on a message? Does she really need this much time? Could she have started arguing with her father again? Possibly.
Oh no.
Stop killing theater.
Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up big time. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
Calm down, please explain.
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably feels like she's completely responsible for what happened. She probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So she's felt like that this whole time.
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. That's why she ran away from home. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us, so she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
So even after we decided to go for the debate, she still couldn't bring herself to support the debate.
And then she just quietly left afterward.
She's too harsh on herself. No one should bear all the blame.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you know if you don't try? Anyway, first things first. We have to get her back.
But where should we start? Sumeru is huge!
I think I might know. Let's start by looking outside the city. Before I brought her to Zubair Theater, she was staying at a remote campsite.
Okay.
She got a fever from drinking unclean water, so I
Ugh.
carried her back.
That's not good.
If she has nowhere else to go after leaving the theater, she might go back and strike out on her own again.
Then let's go take a look.
Yes, let's hurry.
Unclean water, not good. Not good. All right. So, outside the city. That is very far outside the city. This way. Oh no! That's the wrong button! Well, now that area is really pretty. So, why? Yes, there you go. Congratulations.
How brilliant!
Now I gotta build that back up.
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first.
So we find embroidery shit immediately. Or we just find her.
Did you hear that?
I heard a voice. Is it
I heard
her?
it too. Let's investigate.
Reach and settle an emergency within 240 seconds.
It sounds like we're getting closer.
Ow.
The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there.
Where? Where's the emergency? Where? 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 Oh, okay. I didn't realize the stupid thing in the top that's like, hey, you're this much distance from the thing. That would be helpful. Feel free to dump on me. Sorry, I'm a dump. Okay. Actually, I I do this, I will have a better sprint. So,
Ready when you are.
and then funsies. Because he can sprint for longer. It's a thing he does. I'm just stupid. I did a dumb. Okay. And
It's all over, the debate's lost. Blue, you can't go around making paradoxes like that.
what do you mean paradoxes? What? What? Didn't make a paradox? Where's my stamps? Where's my stamps? I want all the stamps. I think this is a... Yeah, it's a favorite dish. You're not a favorite dish. Alright, here we go. Let's go.
There are signs that someone had stayed here very recently.
But we can't confirm if it was. Let's take a look. Did you hear that?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
Oh my... Ah. Goes long? Kaya, to my party.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh dear. Okay. Okay.
Stay back!
Aha!
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Hinaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help!
I win. Right?
Attack! That's the way.
You guys seem like you're kind of... You guys good? I win!
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. They chased after me for a long time. Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone, then the situation will resolve itself.
But everyone else is trying so hard.
Yeah! Everyone's working together towards a happier ending. No one should be singled out for blame.
It's all right if it's me. As long as the theater won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you.
She just needs more confidence. She really just
no
needs
matter
more
what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilou.
Hello, this
there
is
will
fine.
always
Hello.
be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater. You can't eat your cake and have it too.
Sure we can.
You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially since your opponent will be my father.
I use it as a censor. Because when I first started streaming, everybody was trying to add me and then join my world in the middle of streams, and I did not like it. Why are you so sure of it?
My father is an extremely demanding man. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor. I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could. But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me. I'm no genius. But whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why aren't you a genius? Yeah, Like I'd know.
So that's why you ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam,
UID.
I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that all my hard work had finally paid off.
NA.
And that I could finally make father feel some modicum of joy. I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him.
Cute.
I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes. Right?
I see. When we were embroidering your gift before, I didn't feel like you were new at it.
Yeah. Sorry for not bringing it up. These are not pleasant memories for me. I was tired of him yelling at me every day. All I wanted was to see him smile at me. But he was more angry than ever before once I'd given him my embroidery and told him my score. He flung my present to the side. You think you should be proud of 3rd place? Reflect on why you weren't first. I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember my parents arguing. My mother also thought he went overboard. They argued for such a long time. My father eventually stormed out and slammed the door behind him. I didn't get a single sentence of apology or any words of comfort. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand what kind of place a theater is. He can never understand the relationship performers have with their audience. His life is devoid of camaraderie or friendship. He just wants everything to happen according to his wishes, as if the world revolves around him. What we cherish, our little place in this world, means nothing to him.
It sounds like your past has had a huge impact on you.
I understand now, Inaya. But
It's
when we
so
were
sad,
preparing for
okay?
the debate, I heard something quite wise. Maybe it'll help you.
Ooh,
Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
What?
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
The man deserves it, but no! Don't do that.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life, but she told us that she's very happy to live at the theater now. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She sees that as a blessing.
Wait, was that the one I selected?
She told me that
I
the
would've
most
gone with the
important
actual
thing
general
about an
theater one.
experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Interpret it?
I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became
Who do
one
I
of
mean?
us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to really cherish your bonds with everyone,
my
and
exploration
also
team,
gave
which
you
is
the
Navia,
opportunity to become friends with
Arena,
us. Don't let your
Lisa,
past suffering
and,
keep you from the new life that you've worked so hard to
Last
find.
one's kind of interchangeable, but I guess
Oh.
I'm leaving Kaya mostly in there.
Let the past stay in the past.
You don't have to be so hard on yourself anymore. This is your new beginning.
When I ran away from home,
You mean you were?
I swore that I would leave my family conflicts
I'm
behind.
not Bear's keeper. That's Zeppel's.
You're right.
I am a bit quiet.
All I'm doing
Yeah,
now
I
is
think a lot of my
falling
sound got
right back
messed up
into it.
when Bear was working on my
Maybe you'll
computer
disappoint
last.
him, but that doesn't matter.
because everything seemed to like reset.
For you. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to find.
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's
Maybe he's on his way over to go fix that. I don't know.
You're right. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. So why should I give up because of him? I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's the spirit!
Let's go.
I just got him!
I'll tell my father about the debate.
I just got Nilou on his last banner.
Even if he looks down on us,
After this, I can show my
make him
roster.
accept.
All right, let's go.
We are going. Right? 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 Do you have any more checkings? No. Okay. What is this? It's just saying, hey, go get your commissions. Okay, I can do that later. My character list. So Arlecchino is currently covering Lisa, but I'm very, very bad at maintaining my roster. So like I have people and I need to work on them. But I'm one of those people who's really weird. I like leveling up all of my characters equally. And then I realized as I was going through the story that that's a very bad idea. So I have these ones up top to like help me at least push through the main story and the quests and stuff. And then once I catch up, I think I'm gonna go back to me trying to level up everyone equally, which it's like my weird enjoyment when it comes to gachas in general. I've always done this, with I guess the exception of Nikkei, where I've been told what the meta is, so I work on those people first, and then there's my favorites, of course. But like my Arknights is horrendous. I have so many, I guess technically underleveled like meta people, and then when it comes to like my really crappy people, they're at the same level as like the meta people. My method sucks. No, Bear, you shush. I like doing it this way. For Genshin, I don't want to say I'm pay to win. I'm paid to collect. That's what I do. I collect. That's why I have so many people. But I'm kind of, no one's really caught my eye since really Arlecchino. I think Arlecchino was the last one I really went for. That was not a, no, she was a rerun. She was a rerun. I think I was actually in the middle of doing a whole bunch of stuff in real life, and so I wasn't able to go and get her at that time. But I think she was the last one I rolled on, if not the Dragon Boys, when their banners were side by side. But yeah, I haven't. No one's really caught my eye. So, but besides Zelen and Arlecchino, like those were like my most recent like unique ones that I was like, I gotta has. The only reason you don't have do it in the case because they don't let you level more than 5. That's true. That's true. What's my adventure rank? That's a good question. 45. It is 45. Like, yeah, why are you saying that like my method sucks? It's how I like to play gachas, Bear. Like it's, yeah, you are also a little quiet. Get right off the mic. No, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I think something happened. A lot of things reset. Nothing's changed. Everything's where it's supposed to be. So hang on. Let me see if I can adjust something. Yeah, it is. It is making me really quiet, isn't it? Let me try this. Is this a little better? I raised it up just a hair. But yeah, I think I just think everything got bumped or something. I don't know. Or maybe the cat touched something underneath my desk, like one of the physical dials. actually your method is playing the game. Off. Fuck off. Pay to collect is something I can respect? Yeah. I can't, like, I'll try and get one of each, but, like, there's just some people like Venti. I can't just go get him. For some reason, I can't roll for him. All right. But yeah, I'm a pay to collect person, I guess. Like, I'll try and get one copy of people in games that I like an Arknights. But otherwise I'm pretty much free to play. And even then, it's got to be someone I really like. Like Arknights, I'm to the point now where they're rerunning stuff, so I don't actually, I don't put money into it very much anymore. Unless they're doing a crossover event, just so, like, specifically to, like, hey, thanks for doing a crossover event that I like. Nikkei, however. Nikkei, I don't want to say I'm pay to win on that either. It's more of, again, pay to collect. Is more. Make my wallet sad? No, not yours. Just in general. Makes wallet sads in general. I'm still collecting arties for Nuvi. Yeah, I'm not to the point where I'm doing like artifacts that I should be doing. I am not that efficient. I'm just doing story stuff. I saw you roll for Little Baby. No. I was paying to collect. I didn't know initially how good she was. That's different. Okay. I wanted my little Siren.
Well, I'm off to meet with him. Please wait here for me.
Okay. Looking forward to your good news.
Who's paying to collect all
That should be everything.
No.
The only thing left to do now is to wait until the debate. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous again.
You were great, Nilou! Your words won over Inaya! Talk like that during the debate, and you'll get an easy win!
Thanks for that, Paimon. But I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler, and more collected.
We haven't broken any rules and lots of people are rooting for us.
Yeah. I'm acting as everyone's representative, so I'll need to act brave, even if I won't feel like it.
There's still one problem left unsolved, though.
Huh? What's left?
The theater's existence, is it only for art and performance?
Huh? What a strange question.
Like, does it do other things?
Isn't a theater just
Is it
a
like
theater?
a public forum?
Why would it need to be anything
Like,
else?
this is a genuine
Wait.
question.
You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think. How can I put this? Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything else because of her painful past. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior. Everyone is free to appreciate art. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the...
Art must first be appreciated by...
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater, but of the people whose lives have been touched by it. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways.
I'm glad I selected that one because I was like, why can't I interpret it?
It's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr.
I'm glad the new
Kasani,
emotes are
and
being
enjoyment
used.
for the people of the Great Bazaar. It also gives Inaya shelter from her family. It has brought us together after taking care of every single one of us. And its story won't end here. In the future, many more people will come to the theater and receive its blessing. And we'll all be there for them. Our warm, welcoming community will show them the same kindness we were shown in the past. Aside from the delivery of performances, isn't this another reason for Zubair Theater's continued existence?
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely felt that warmth during the preparations for the event. But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate.
So Inaya said that her father doesn't care for interpersonal relationships. This may be his weak point. Okay.
Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is, they'll have to go on the defensive if pressed on a weak point.
I feel like that's another prong in our attack. Thank you so much.
Paimon also feels a lot more relieved. Let's show him what we got!
Thank you.
Sorry for the wait. I'm back. Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long for him to accept the debate. It is set for 2 days from now. Why are you all smiling so much? Did something good happen?
We realized that your dad might not be as scary as we had thought.
We just finished our prep. Rest easy. It will all turn out well. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
Fingers crossed. Everything is ready. The only thing left is to wait until the day after tomorrow.
I hope I'll actually be able to get some sleep over the next 2 nights.
So, from 2 days from now. Okay. No, that's what the clock is. Clock is here. Nope, went too far. Nope. There we go. There we go. So, whop, whop. So now it'll be 2 days, and then I need to move the time again. Okay, so the time that I need to change it to is to 3 o'clock. Oh, I didn't do it right. If I keep changing the time, will I just be late? Will I miss my date?
Oh, in the blink of an eye, it's already debate time! We did a lot of preparations with Nilou. Hopefully they were helpful.
So, where do I go? To the thing. Okay, the theater thing. To the thing, to the place. All right. So weird. You don't need to tell me that you're departed.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan, a scholar from the academia, and I will serve as this debate's adjudicator.
That seemed incredibly biased.
I swear to judge both parties with the utmost wisdom and impartiality. I will neither interfere with the proceedings nor demonstrate bias.
That's incredibly biased. You're with the academia.
I ask for
You're with the
both parties
school.
to stand. May the Dendro Archon also serve as a witness to this duel of wits.
Wait, where is she? What? I didn't see.
Since you so desperately demand an explanation, I will expound on the Academia's stance. You may have misunderstood us from the outset and believe that the Academia is prejudiced against you. However, the truth is that the Academia wishes for every resident of Sumeru to be afforded opportunities to grow and cultivate their wisdom. Therefore, the works they consume should also possess enlightening qualities and intellectual value.
I see where he's going. It's just
We have failed to identify these qualities in the shows performed at Zubair Theater.
Yep.
In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in pointless confrontations, if you had spent your time reflecting on improving the quality of your shows and enlightening your audience, Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilou stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilou. First, carefully analyze what he said.
He's like, no, you gotta be smart. We gotta put the smart on everybody.
He said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards. However...
I would say his opinion, probably.
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Don't think that would make for a good rebuttal. Mr. Zubair has been Everyone is free to appreciate art. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the performers as well as the audience.
He's like, we have to make the audience smarter to appreciate smarter content. Like, my God.
And encourages the development of the arts. If all performances are simple-minded, require little effort to comprehend, and lack any impetus for the betterment of society, then the people will not be able to develop a greater level of artistic understanding. Nurturing the populace's understanding requires a long and arduous process, and guiding this process is the Academia's true goal.
He changed the topic without batting an eye. Good thing I'm prepared. If I remember correctly, what I should say here is... Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could connect with his works. I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, then its contents may as well be a castle in the sky. What's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
Okay.
You can only reach that conclusion from a place of ignorance.
What?
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better dancer than me.
You tell them, Nilou.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, Sharif has failed to provide sufficient support for his judgment of the quality of Zubair Theater's programs. Likewise, the definition that Nilou put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this particular point of contention.
Okay.
Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control on their emotions.
Keep it up, Nilou!
It's
You're
fair.
doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair Theater multiple times regarding the theater's repertoire. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings, or perhaps your compliance was purely superficial. Regardless, that failure has indirectly led to the present day's proceedings.
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed by the Academia.
Yeah,
he started
the laws
talking
that you
about
made.
procedural stuff, so I need to focus on... Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't say that Zubair Theater can be demolished only because of that reason. Demolition notices need to be provided in writing and made available to the public. Otherwise, the theater can continue to operate as long as its license is valid. Failing to follow these rules makes your stance procedurally unsound.
Yeah!
That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is
It kind of
precedent
makes me
for
want
this.
to try to see if
So long as this matter is discussed within the
I'm
Academia,
afraid that it
this
won't,
course
and I'll
of
lose my
action will
account.
come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of
that's why I had
similar
to stop
nature,
playing.
90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilou's definitely won this point, right?
He still can't let her guard down. He'll bite back.
You're right. Stay focused, Nilou.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions.
When?
Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
I figured that's his backup.
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income.
No.
Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilou.
Don't get riled up. He's intentionally trying to provoke you.
Right. I need to keep calm, but he... Just a little more. Zubair Theater isn't just a performance venue to us. No. Zubair Theater should be... No. Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. It means more than that. It's been our home for a long time. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore, but she has found a stable career and a new life at the theater.
Maybe my mic's trying to drown it out.
Her
It's
son,
been going
Soren,
pretty
has
nonstop.
already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest member. Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. He
Even the
decided to
emotional
stay at
gut
the theater
punch?
to watch us grow.
I was trying to.
Mr.
The game said
Farhad and
no.
Mr. Hushang visit even when there isn't a show going on, and they always tell us lots of entertaining stories. Even Inaya wants to stay with us, and she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them, for every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is simple. We are scholars, and there are new projects that await our attention.
He really doesn't think much of relationships. Paimon also thinks he did a lot of prep. He's been solid as a rock.
Sharif's argument is currently the more persuasive of the two for this point of contention. The continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilou spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction.
Patience, Paimon, Nilou might be setting him up. Is that one of the alternate Shakespeare names? I'm not familiar. I know he had a couple.
A setup? So Nilou's got him?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument
I missed what they were talking about.
But is this really the best thing to do? It might be too cruel to Inaya.
Oh, okay.
Inaya really wants to win. She doesn't want to lose anything.
Okay, that makes it easy.
She already agreed to this. She wants to win, no matter what. Me too. Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working towards a goal. Once that goal is achieved or abandoned, those relationships would have no more reason to continue. Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore. Right?
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilou. As expected, I should be the one to say it. You don't need to shoulder this responsibility for me. If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become your academic successor, then that goal has ended in complete failure. By your logic, that means there is no more reason to sustain our relationship as father.
This sounds icky.
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate party, please speak with caution.
Let her speak. What she does not say, Nilou will.
No matter how many disagreements we've had, the truth is that you are still my father. You're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake of relationships.
Yeah, don't look down on us.
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair Theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with the idiotic things he said.
Order! Order! Members of the
you
audience
guys aren't even on the stage.
Do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say.
Okay.
I've been doing some soul-searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my personal rebellion against you.
Okay.
I kept trying to earn your approval, but I only disappointed you over and over. The truth is, I ran away from home as a means to vent my recurring frustrations. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you, and hoping you'd give up on your lofty expectations. But by doing that, wasn't I just doing the same thing as you? I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. At Zubair Theater, I have found the life I've always wanted. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare
I
to
could see
harm
how
this
that would be
place,
interpreted.
then I will stand with my friends here.
It was
and
it
fight
was a
against
anxious
you.
burp.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question.
Of course we are!
Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However,
what?
It is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
Do we win by default because he walked off?
They left?
Does that mean we've won?
That's my assumption.
We won?
I can't get over Mr. Pothead, though. Fantastic job. Anaya was also brilliant.
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilou and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so
Gotta do it for the
fierce.
Vine.
I have a lot of newfound
I've never watched
respect
a Vine
for you
before,
two.
at least not on the actual
This
website.
really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilou and Miss Inaya were so cool!
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Are we actually getting to exchange presents? The curtain finally falls on the debate amidst a cacophony of, I'm assuming, cheers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This way? Hello. There we go.
Oh, it's you.
Feeling any calmer?
Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels. I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time.
Sure you could. All of our preparations paid off.
Yes, and it's all thanks to you.
Now that I've heard everyone else's stories, I want to hear yours.
I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right? Then I'll have to tell you about my teacher who Mr. Zubair had mentioned. Mr. Zubair opened his theater when I was still a child. There was a beautiful dancer, and from the moment I saw her, I couldn't look away. I thought to myself, the gods must have blessed her with such talent. But later on, she would actually smile down at me and say, just the opposite, in fact.
The opposite?
Yeah. She said, dance is an art born from toil. It isn't a gift from the gods, but a creation by our own hands.
Okay.
It is a beautiful thing born from our life experiences. Whenever there is joy or something to be celebrated, people will dance. In other words, any place where people can effortlessly begin a dance will for sure be filled with the blessings of everyone's happiness.
Okay.
She wasn't looking for flowers and applause. All she wanted was to see her audience smile.
So that is what art means to peoples.
Right. The same as what Mr. Kasani believes. I was completely moved by what she had said, so I started taking dance lessons from her. And later on, I began to dance here in her stead. Before she retired, she told me, for as long as you live, never forget what dance means to others. This is why Mr. Zubair and I never intended to listen to the academia. Even though it ended up causing everyone a whole lot of trouble, thankfully, everything worked out in the end.
I see. It looks like you won't have to worry anymore.
Although, I do have a small regret.
About Anaya?
Yeah. Even though she has already decided to stop fighting with her father, they never managed to have a real conversation with each other. Before he left, Mr. Sharif looked like he had a lot on his mind. He probably has a lot of things he wants to say, but will now perhaps never get a chance to.
It's a real shame, but it might be for the best.
Yeah, but I still hope that things can change. It never hurts to have hope. You and Paimon are more than welcome to keep attending our shows.
I hope
Who
so.
knows? Next time, you might see Inaya on the stage.
Are you still worried about Inaya? Let's be sure to come back often. Who knows? Maybe things will have worked out for her.
So now we gotta wait for 2 days again. Plop. You can't tell time in here very well. We don't get pretty sunsets and stuff. Sometimes I wish we could skip stuff. Like 2-day skips. Like, this is forever. It's agonizing. There we go. Perfect. Right? Really, it was like 2.5 days. Guess I'll wait here.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Inaya.
Hello, everyone.
She'll be dancing for us from now on. So please, give her your
Oh,
support.
is she replacing Nilou? Nilou? It's weird.
Inaya's taken her place on the stage! Oh, Paimon wonders how she'll look when she starts dancing. When you stop and think about it, happy endings like this sure aren't easy to come by.
A lot of things come together to make it happen.
Nilou's efforts, everyone's wisdom, Inaya's determination.
And Sharif's mercy, which is a weird way to put it.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I think he intentionally gave us a chance. He didn't have to agree to the debate.
You do have a point there. The whole demolition thing was going overboard, but he really could have banned Nilou and the others from dancing. If he really wanted to be ruthless, he could have done some real damage, even without winning the debate. Oh well, it's not like we can understand how people like him think. Let's focus on watching the performance.
Agreed. Enough of him for now.
Huh? Wait, look who the cat dragged in!
He can watch.
Isn't that Inaya's father?
He's not like he's banned. Why are we gonna go greet him? We should ignore him. But I guess we're gonna go greet him.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
you two.
it's you. I figured.
I don't have much to do today, so I just came to look around this place.
Are you looking for Inaya?
No, I am simply here to watch a performance. There is no need to trouble her.
Shouldn't you be busy?
Well, I was for a time. My loss at the debate caused quite the loss of face for the academia, so there was a period of unrest. I used this opportunity to suggest that my superiors temporarily suspend me from duty.
Okay.
Otherwise, the rumors would probably persist for even longer.
Suspended from duty?
Okay.
Yes, I am temporarily unemployed. However, I now have an abundance of time, so I can afford to come here and watch a show. I admit that I do not understand the magic that this theater possesses, but my curiosity has been piqued. I still cannot forget that young lady's perseverance. Inaya would almost certainly mature in the presence of such a person.
So you're still concerned about your daughter?
There are no parents who do not worry about their children. I suppose she managed to hit a weak spot of mine. Never mind. I do not have the right to say that.
You're already here, so you might as well go see her.
No, that is not necessary. I will take my leave after the show concludes. Do not tell her that I was here.
Why not?
Come on. Who knows if you'll get a chance like this again?
I do like these little videos after the quests.
You said you were going to make peace with your past. Show your father how much you've grown.
Is she going to dance?
Don't be nervous. Everyone at Zubair Theater
I like how
has
someone
your
just like disappeared in the background.
Hey, let's go somewhere else. We should give them some space.
You sure they'll be okay?
I don't know, but I think we should have faith in them.
Ah, yes, Inaya. I have something for you. I'm still learning. It's hardly a masterpiece, but
Aw,
it's
he's learning
yours,
how to do
if
embroidery.
you'll
That's
take it.
cute.
Huh?
You don't have to take it. It's fine. Never mind.
She stole it.
Let's have a heart-to-heart, Father.
Like
There's just
father,
like people like
daughter.
phasing in and out in the
They're both so
background.
awkward with their feelings.
Yeah, she probably would have snuck away as well if I didn't drag her back.
Do you think they'll be able to reconcile?
I'm not sure. A complete reconciliation may also not be the best thing for them right now. All those years of arguments and misunderstandings can't be settled overnight. It might be best if they continue to keep some distance for now. But no matter where their hearts and bodies may be, they will always be family. All I wish for them is to be able to one day tap into the warmth of that bond. Oh, by the way, everyone's really thankful to you for helping out with the debate. So, we made you a little something.
Oh.
Hope you'll like it.
What do I get? Furniture. Thank you.
Isn't this Zubair Theater? Whoa! This is amazing! It's so detailed and polished!
We've also never made anything this complicated before. Mr.
Is it a
Zubair
prop?
and Mr. Kasani took
Is it a
charge of the
decoration?
design, while Inaya and I made all the little pieces with the help of others.
Yeah, it must be a
Miss
decor.
Rika or Miss Nadia made and assembled the centerpiece.
I really need to... My mansion is so
As
empty.
adventurers,
I need to work on
you
it.
two will doubtlessly travel to many more lands and see many more things. That's why we hope that your time at Zubair Theater will become a fond memory of your journey. You two are welcome back anytime.
We'll come back and watch you dance whenever we get the chance.
Thank you all for being so considerate. And according to custom, I should drop the formalities and just accept it, right?
You're welcome. And there's no need to be so polite. You learned fast. Come on, take it. This is the story of you and me. It's a tale that I'll never, ever forget.
Sweet. It says to be continued, but does she have a part 2? Like, ever? Here? I don't think she does. No, we're running out of people. Did you get the monthly wishes? All of them say that? I know. No, I haven't. I haven't done that yet today. So, where do shop? No, not that one. That one. I'm like finally running low. Cause where wish. Oh, I can do a 10 on this. Let's do a 10. Whoop. Oh. Okay. hang on. What? Oh, okay. Bear. No, bear. Okay. I don't know who uses that. I'll have to look it up. Okay. I got a book. I did. I also got a character, though. Yeah, I got a 4-star and a 5-star. So, like, take that how you will, I guess. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't get a double 5 roll. Not that lucky. Yeah, so I got a big fancy book, and I'll have to look up who's telling you to read. Hey, I have books I plan on reading after stream, okay? Okay? But nice. If I go to the shop, and then I can go here. Does that mean... Hang on. Do we get a skirk roll? Do we get a skirk? Haha, we do. Are you gonna do a skirk roll and then watch me be really sad? It's one of the best? Nice! Okay. 110 roll. And I'll be sad, because, like, it's not happening now. Nope. Who do I get? Do I get anybody? Oh, no voice line, so I have her already. What? Okay. All right then. So I go to my characters. And then I'm so glad they're like, hey, stupid, it's this person you're looking for. Constellation. And I got oops all kitty cats. I'm okay with that. We're ending on kitty cats. I got her at the second try, which is only half nice since she's not really great to play. Are you talking about Skirk? It's one of those, like, she looks cool, but, like, I'm just, like, not in love with the people that they're coming out with. I have so many people to level. Brah. So, let's see. Yeah, I tried her, but really not good to play. Let's see. Let me go to the Twitch. Let me see who's on right now. One of the bigger VTubers is streaming at the moment, so I think we'll go bug them. I wanted to keep today short and light because I was like, I'm still kind of recovering from my travels. Skirk took everything from me, but she's really good and I like her. Well, if I ever have you co-op with me, I'll just use her. Harley, on the other hand, is a Swiss knife. Good in almost every situation. Harley? Yeah. She just looks so cool. I like her. So tomorrow is some Borderlands. So with Bear, where we're gonna go do some yappenings, some yaps. And then we're gonna go do a whole bunch of Nikke story on Thursday. on 7 p.m. Eastern and stuff. And then there is my... I don't think I have any new people in here. But I am still posting my Linktree and of course my Discord invite. I'd appreciate it if you come hang out. I do... It's just so loud on my side. Bear time to enact the plan. No. And here I am like trying to give you guys more stuff. Trying to be all nice. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, join Discord. So that way, I'm planning on doing another repo stream, maybe. Not a repo stream, but like actually doing another repo event to stream from people's, or maybe a Borderlands raid thingy. We'll see. I'm still trying to figure out my schedule. It's a little hectic at the moment. But I appreciate you guys. Let's go raid out tomorrow's in Borderlands. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. And I hope to see you guys later. Bye!